All right, cool. We're good? All right, cool. All right. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. We do this every week, 1 p.m. Eastern time. The goal here is to really go through, the week in the life of an agent, whether that's hiring, selling, and get you create confidence. Also, what we realize is having people, kind of be able to stream in, but also be able to huddle for a bullpen really creates the results people want to see. I think the accountability, Aaron, is like, hey, we're all here dialing. Let's all grow together. I think it just kind of works. So, my name is Mark Mead for the people streaming. If you don't know me, but we're here. We're going to try to go through these numbers real quick, and then we're going to bring up a bevy of guests that are doing the work out there and actually going out in the field to meet with families so you can learn more. Issue paid agents. This is the closeout. So the numbers we got to date closed out the month of December. We're obviously in the week 2 of January right now, but this closed out the month of December. So last week, number 20, Keep a Query. This is month to date. So this is month end. So number 20, Keep a Query, 30,514. Number 19, Jeff Beathy, 31,819. We just had Jeff here in studio last week. Great work. Number 18, Andy Garcia. Good job. 33,663. This is all personal issue paid. Number 17, Orlando Payne. 33,757. Good work, Orlando. 16, Samuel Mobley. 34,184. 15, Jose Grox Serena. 34,193. 948, Eugene Mitchell. 39,502. This is paid for the month. Getting ready to go on the top. 11, John Mazzella. 39,721. Great work, John. Where's John? Steph Cover, number 10, 46,493. Great work. Number 9, Hussein Hamid, 47,206. Paid for the month. Number 8, Matthew Borsch, who's really not stopped killing it since he started killing it. 54,163. Number 7, Wayne Carr. Great work. Wayne back in the Hall of Fame. Individual. Give him a round of applause. 59,260. Danielle Byrne, who had her best year ever, I think north of 600,000. Give her a round. 61,899. Rob Richmond, his best year ever, and his best agency year ever, way over 900,000. 69,003. Give him a round. Pamela Turner, new agent, come out of nowhere. 77,497. Number 4, number 3. Mohammed Ray, who also hit VP for the month. 93,058. Give him a round of applause. Steven Giordano, number 1 producer in all the land, way over 1.3 million, building an agency, 97,749. Give him a round. And the number 1 agent for the month, 137,000. Jonathan Porcina, another $1 million producer. Give him a round of applause. Great job to all those people out there providing for their family, serving clients, because that's a great representation. Issue paid leaderboard for the agency. We'll go through the numbers. We'll go sales manager and above. Frank D, 64,936, FFL Shoreline. Steph Covers, FFL Insured Trust. So these are their agencies. So inside here are the groups they work with, the people that they work with, that create totally. I posted this on my page, and a friend of mine goes, "You're telling me that Ivan made 1.4 million for the month?" I was like, not quite. Slow down, but let me go through this. Steph Cover, 68,902. Jeff Beathy, FFL The Good Life, 69,311. Alex Labria, FFL Third Coast, 83,927. Carlos Reynoso, Wisdom, Strength, and Beauty, 86,813. Good job, Carlos. Mike Lower, 87,556. Danielle Byrne, FFL Legacy, 111, 185. Jesse Parley, FFL Avenues, 114041. Gabriel Singh, FFL The Way, 118,910. Kyrie Joyner, FFL Humble Beginnings, 135,507. Jose Grox Serena, FFL Momentum, 146,641. Cindy Siddix, Service Before Self, 149,196. Mark Sorolia, out of nowhere. FFL The Chosen Ones, 171,002. I think it's their 3rd month with us. Caleb Ambrose, FL 320, his best month ever. 200,014 and $2. Give him a round of applause. Jonathan Porcina, FFL Loyalty, 220, 705. David Powell, Great Lakes, best month ever. 249, 901. Give him a round of applause. Steve Giordano, FFL Health and Wealth, 299, 529. Wayne Carr, SVP, best month ever. 347, 235. Give him a round of applause. Rob Richmond FL Apex 631-513. Brian Mendenhall FL Central. Number 2, 834-430. And Ivan Vedro, best month ever. 1.468-672 per month. Closed out the year very strong and very strong. And I think, getting the year off to a hot start and then going right on into convention. I think you want to roll into convention with momentum. Like, I think there's something to that. Does that make sense? Walking into that meeting feeling swagged out. How many people are registered for convention in here? Registered and going. Are y'all registered?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I would. I mean, y'all come in here. I think this is something you want to make money. And if this is your full time, or you think about this other full time job, you got to get there. You got to get there. I would try to get there. So I don't know who everyone's manager is, but let's make sure that no man or woman gets left behind. So if anybody is kind of struggling with this, let us know, please, because it's Orlando. Flights are dirt cheap. With everything going on in the world, it's freaking Orlando. I'm just like, it's one of the cheapest places to fly ever because of Disney World. So my point is, I mean, we're not even flying across the country. We're going to Florida. It's comical. And I mean it. Like, this should not be a crazy thing that you're like, you need to get there. So if you can't make it happen, let us know. Let's see what we can do. All right, but congratulations, first time writers. Heather J, Danny M, Chris W, Jana E, Richie C, Keith R, Marquise A, Rosa N, Kiana S, Jessica T, Julie K, Wendy N, Verifone P, Justin P, Chris G, John MC, Alexis B, Craig C, Kimberly D, Mary H, Anthony H, Samuel G, Joy S. Those are all first-time writers for the week of January. Give them all a round of applause. Everybody remembers writing their first policy. It's exciting. So what I'd like to do is I'm going to bring up Carlos. Carlos, if you can come on up. I want Carlos to go through these numbers. And then what I want to do is I want to highlight some of the people out there making it happen because there's quite a few of you. So I appreciate it. Thanks, Carlos.
Always. How you guys doing? My name's Carlos Reynoso.
Hi, Carlos.
You guys are awake?
Woo!
So we're going to go through the numbers. Here we got the name of the agent. Those are the agents that are writing. This is appointments, how many people they called, and they made the appointment to go see that person. This is how many people they sat with, sitting right here. This is how many people they closed, and this is how many apps they wrote. So sometimes the apps can be higher than the closing because in a house you could have closed, the husband and wife and the kids as well, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, and this is the total issue paid. Okay. We're going to go through the numbers. We're going to start with me. We're going to go through the numbers, and we're also going to train people on something that they might be doing wrong, et cetera, et cetera. So let's say me, 9 appointments. I sat down with 9 people. That's amazing. That's great. 5 closed and 6 apps. That means that in a house, I close husband and wife or more than 2 people. 7,431. Renina Bonano, La Jefa, call it La Jefa. 11 appointments, 7 6, 4 closed, 5 apps, 6,936. That's amazing as well. Frank D.
Some of the opportunities
Okay.
that you see with those numbers.
Okay. Perfect. Let's say Noah D. He did 14 appointments, 6 sittings. We've been talking about this for weeks. That means that he's not doing something. Something is off on the phone. And we're not saying this to call anybody out. It's just to train people and to empower them and to make sure that they reach out to us so we can, help them out with the phone script. There's something that is off on the phone. So Steven, my man, Steven, same thing here, brother. This cannot be happening. If you make an appointment with a person, like Mark always said, like John always says, and you're going to get cable, right? Are you going to be there at the house? You're going to be there, right? So why is this not happening here and here and here? So there's something that you're not. Go ahead.
Well, let's use you for example. For the last couple of months, you and I have been standing there
Correct.
talking about closing the
Correct.
gap.
Correct.
Bro, you went 9 for 9.
Yes.
What did you do differently? Because you
Gotcha.
tightened that up
Gotcha.
dramatically. So what did you do
Got you.
to make those numbers?
I'm gonna get there. Perfect.
I also
Perfect.
have some.
Got you. So I was struggling with this. I was one of the ones. So like I said, I'm not pulling anybody out. We're just training and empowering people. I was struggling with this. And what did I do? Besides coming to the office, I talked to the people that I know. This ratio is 70%, 80%, etc. Like let's say John Marcella. So I've been asking him a lot, like what does he say on the phone? Been talking to Mark, to whoever's at the office, just so I can tighten that gap. He told me a couple of things that he does, and I noticed that when he dials, he's very relaxed. He doesn't sound like this is John Marcella from the benefit department. He doesn't sound like that. Hey, this is John Marcella. I'm calling you from the benefits department. Very relaxed. People don't like to be sold to. They like to be talked to. You know what I mean? I always say, be friends, but don't be on the friend zone. At the end of the day, you are a salesperson, so you have to be comfortable on the phone. Don't when you're on the phone, don't sound like you're reading from a script, or don't do that. If I noticed some people that if they were to call me, Mark, I would have just hung up. Because the phone script is just off.
Right.
You sound like you're trying to sell me something right from the beginning. And that's not the point. The point is to make it seem like, listen, you send this to us, and I'm trying to service. I'm trying to provide a service. So that's how you want to sound. You want to come, amicable on the phone.
Yep.
You don't want to sound like you're trying to, sell the house, the dog, and the cat. Do not sound like that. Okay. So Noah, Steven, and Andy, give us a call. He'll help you. We love you. Did that answer your question, John?
Yes.
Good. Great. One more thing. The office. We are full house today. We are packed today. The office is the place that we always say it empowers the agent. You have to come to the office. If you, for some remote reason, you cannot make it to the office because you live far from one, or the case may be, we always offer this type of training. We are accessible as well. You guys can call us, and we can coach you through. We can guide you. We have in FFL, we have a system that is in place for the agent to succeed. Okay. So, but the office, we encourage the office. If you have an office close to you, if you have an office an hour from you, I have agents in Connecticut, and they come here. This is where you're gonna soak in everything. This is where you're gonna grow. This is where I find that I was doing a couple of things wrong, and I have people like Mark, people like John, that they can help me out and grow. Like me, I'm going for John Marcella. He did 36,000. I'm asking him, what are you doing to do that? So listen, and it's good to have a good friendly competition. So John, I'm after you. 36. Any questions, Brittany? You
No,
had a
I
question?
was just looking at areas of opportunity, so
Correct.
I'm gonna pick on you, Carlos.
Go ahead.
But if you would have done double nine appointments,
Mm-hmm.
right? You're obviously, based on the numbers, your AP would have been double, right?
Absolutely.
So like, let's call it 15,000.
Absolutely.
So areas of opportunity here, guys, is like, it's in the activity, and they say like the numbers don't lie. So
Absolutely.
let's say if you know that it was Steven, right? We said Steven, 18 appointments, 8 sits. So if we know that you're having a little bit of problems converting, like getting the sits, you have a good amount of appointments. It's kind of like you need double the appointments then to get double the sits, until we can kind of tweak, like maybe validating, asking them if where you should park. Can I park in the driveway? Can I park on the street?
Correct.
Stuff like that. So
Correct.
they know 100% you're coming.
Correct.
But until like that stuff is fixed, I'm just saying a good fix in that is just double the activity.
Correct. So just to piggyback on what Brittany was saying, if I would have run those appointments, I would have probably doubled this. So she's absolutely right. This year, my goals are Hall of Fame, grow the agency. I'm going to do a Dave Butcher. Dave, I'm after you. I'm going to go Dave Butcher. Absolutely right, Brittany. My numbers do have to go up. I am buying more internet live leads. Talk about this in a little bit. Great opportunity. The internet live leads is the new it. Before it used to be mail. Listen, people don't mail stuff anymore. That's just what it is. If you are just doing mail in leads, the dinosaur is outdated, or is going that way, and it's very expensive as well. Internet live leads, we always have codes. We always have opportunities where you can buy it cheaper if you buy 100. Correct?
Yeah.
If you buy 100, you get them at a discount price. So we encourage agents. Agents are out there killing it. If you go on Facebook, serve the people. Internet is happening. That's the wave of the future. Everything is internet. Go ahead, Aaron.
Is that every week you buy 100 is discounted or selected?
Select.
Got
Just depends on what we have in inventory.
Thank
We have
Correct.
no problem, like in Jersey, we have usually, if we have an overflow, we'll discount them to get them to agents. But it just depends on what's happening.
Correct.
And if you go in the CRM and you guys don't see leads, ask Mark and
Correct.
see what he has in his inventory, Because if you don't speak up, you're gonna go without making
Correct.
money. No
Correct.
leads,
Correct.
you won't make money.
Absolutely.
Who in
Absolutely.
this room is, gunning for Hall of Fame this year? You are, okay. Is your numbers up here?
No.
Okay.
No, he just started.
Okay.
He just started.
Because these numbers are not Hall of Fame numbers, like the.
Got you.
Brittany, get on up. I love it.
Got you.
Let's go to this.
I'm gonna quote, no.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What I'm just saying is
Go ahead.
that, what I'm just saying is that,
Let's do it.
like, these numbers, okay, so I
Because
think.
we have a lot of new agents in the room. They need to
Okay.
understand what's real. Right?
So
correct.
Hall of Fame is, let's call it 33,000, let's call it 400 a month, right? Issue paid premium. I think it was Zach Twardowski had like 4 or 5 Hall of Famers out of his group, right? Mark?
Nice.
It was,
Nice.
it's a lot. But I know for a fact, Zach and all his team, they run like 30 appointments a week.
Right.
I've seen their numbers, and
Nice.
per writer, their AP is very high. So it's not that they're amazing, and it's not that they're better than you guys, but they're working harder than all of us, myself included. I'm not running 30 appointments a week. I will be though.
So they put in the numbers on their side.
Yeah, so like
Correct.
where it is we're looking at this. It really doesn't matter. Like, you don't have to drill stuff in so hard, but you do if you're only counting on 5 appointments for the week or 10 appointments.
Right.
You desperately have to close every one of those.
Right.
You know what I mean? And when you don't, like, you take that I didn't close from appointment to appointment to appointment to the next sale. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Drains your energy, and the
Right.
client's like, I don't think I really want to buy from this person because
Correct.
he or she seems like, John just seems like he's trying to hit some numbers, I'm not here for it, but I know John doesn't do that.
Yeah, the way he worked last week, he definitely needs to hit some numbers.
So this is just accountability. Like, I'm not beating Carlos or anybody up, because if I were to put my numbers on here, halfway through the week, I'm over 10,000, but I'm nowhere near 30 appointments.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So if we really drill it down, run the 30 appointments, and you need to have at least 100 leads, guys, per dial session.
There you go.
Take advantage of the sales, because when that 50% off sale that we just had, who took advantage of that? Nick bought a bunch of leads. Okay. So I'll use Nick for example. He is a CRM junkie. Like, he clears that thing out all the time. He'll clear out Ohio, different states, right? Even though he's not going to run it today or next week, he'll have it in his inventory. When he doesn't have leads, he'll go to Ohio. He'll go to Chicago. So you just want to take advantage of whatever it is at the moment, right? If there's a 20% off sale, but you don't need leads, buy as many as you can with the money that you have, because we don't know when there's going to be another sale.
To use them for a later time.
Absolutely. Because, if it really doesn't matter, guys, if it's instant or it's 3 month, it's a lead.
Right.
Correct.
It's
Correct.
honestly the same thing. So I just want to throw that out there, because
Thank you.
myself,
Thank you.
a part of accountability in myself is that I'm going to be running these numbers with you guys, and I can't say, I had a bad week. I ran 15 appointments, but I wrote 10,000. Well, what could I have done if I ran 30 appointments,
Absolutely.
right, Steven? maybe write 30,000 that week,
Good.
you know, so.
Okay.
Around.
Since we're talking about leads, one more thing about leads. Since we're talking about leads, I notice a lot of people, and they ask me, or they tell me, listen, I bought a whole bunch of leads, and man, they just don't work. They're not working. They don't answer the phone. Whatever the case may be, the leads do work. You know, working the leads the way it's supposed to. Why do I say that? Because me personally, like I don't. When I buy a lead, I call the person, call them. They don't answer. I send them a text. I have a special text that I send. If they don't answer via text, I left them a voicemail, whatever the case may be. And if no, last resort, then I go knock on the door. I have plenty sales by doing the text thing, by go knocking the door. So you have to work the lead. At the end of the day, you spend the money on the lead. Work the lead. You have to work it. You have to squeeze whatever juice he has. If all else fails, you went knock door and the person didn't answer, wasn't there. Guess what? Do you have a downline? Give it to you downline. Maybe they didn't like your voice. Maybe they didn't like my accent. So pass it to your downline. I've been successful at doing that. It works wonders for me. So you have to work the lead. Like Britt was saying, I love Nick. Nick buys nothing but all leads, and he's killing it. He's just obliterating the game. So congratulations on that, Nick. Anything else? No. Appreciate it. Yep.
Give Carl a round of applause.
Thank you.
All right. So thank you, both of you. Thank you, Brittany, for emphasizing.
Always.
Honestly, a lot of y'all are new. It's just, I mean, it's hard to win, you know, running 11, 11, 9, 7. I mean, it's just hard to win. It's very frustrating. So you want to take advantage of the higher numbers. Honestly, talk to Aaron, like, if you're in here on a Monday and you're Tuesday and Wednesday is worth $5,000.
That's right.
That's what it's worth. What's your name? Brian. What'd you do before this?
I was in a practice company.
Practice company.
Yeah.
Okay. I love that. I don't know what company. So have you ever made $5,000 in 2 days? No. Okay. Do you think it'd be pretty cool to deposit $5,000 in 2 days? Yes. Okay. So if 2 days is worth 5 G's, that makes sense?
Correct.
Is it worth 8 hours? Dial time. Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. We struggle with this concept though, mightily, because you know what happens after this bullpen session? Somehow everyone finds lunch and never comes back. So we got to figure out, like, do we really want to make money?
What I want it all.
Yeah, I want it all. Let me show you how to get it all. Okay. Now here's what happens. Okay. So if you're looking at your dial session, okay, how is dialing to get 16 appointments over the next 2 days a really hard concept for people? I'm asking. Who struggles with this? 8 and 8. Brian, your name is? Ed.
Joe.
Who else struggles with this? Shanae. Okay, why? Joe, why do you struggle with this?
Time management.
Okay, break it down. Let's go. What are you mismanaging time-wise? Can you open that door, please?
I'm always finding something to do other
Swing.
than dial, like you said, like
Okay.
going to lunch and not coming back. stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. How do you have another job?
I have a couple jobs, yeah.
Couple jobs. Any of them pay you like this one, Ken?
No,
Do you have a trust fund somewhere?
No.
Rich parents, rich uncle?
nope,
They give you money?
no, sir.
No. Okay. I'm struggling with this. Make sense, Joe? How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
39.
39. 39-year-old male.
Mhm.
Sharp, no fool, right? Can you help me? Because I'm dying inside. Okay. 8 a.m. What time did you get here today, Joe?
About 10.
10 a.m. Okay. Did you sleep in?
Not typically, no, not really.
Okay. All right. So I'm just working with me because I'm gonna try to get,
I'm with you.
I'm 5 Gs.
You good?
Right, that's 5 Gs, that's all I'm trying to do. 8 a.m. 8 to 12. Lunch. Bullpen. Back on the phones, 2 to 6. Do you think if you did that with focus, like, where's Zeus? Is he in here? He's not. Okay, cool. Probably went to lunch and then come back. Like Mazzella, right? So these guys are coming in here, they dial the phones. 8 and 8, bro. It's why they make what they make. There is a direct correlation in how much the Heisman, they just did the Heisman. Y'all are doing this to your leads and your schedule. Get away from it. Get away from it. It's a stiff arm. You're literally stiff arming your bank account, which is just cockamamie to me. But do you think that this is difficult? So now with the truth serum, 8 to 12, 2 to 6. You get your lunch, you get to eat. This isn't solitary confinement. And you get to get trained. Do you think that this will be difficult for you?
No.
Right? Like if we break it all down,
Yeah.
Sunday night we got to prepare, right? Got to get up at 6, get to the office by 8. Not that deep. I mean, remember, 5 Gs. This is your reward. Brian, do you think this is a struggle? How old are you?
22.
22. You sure it's not a struggle, bro? 22? You sure? So here's what I need, because we can do this as long as we want. But the way we built this agency is this. I'm sorry, we lived and died by this. Okay? And why? Because we knew it produced results. It's only reason why. And if you do it this way, you can actually have, and then come back on Thursday and do it again. Because that's 10K. And I don't say, pick the day you want to get home early, Saturday or Friday. For you, what day would you want to get home early? Friday or Saturday?
Friday.
Okay, Friday. So run 6 appointments on Friday, last appointment at 3 p.m., and run 8 appointments on Saturday. That's 30 appointments, guys. Now, if you break it down for real, you're not in the office late on Monday. You're not in the office late on, let me use a different color here. You're not in the office late on Monday. You're not in the office late on Thursday. You're home early on Saturday, and you're off on Sunday. Do you think there's some balance to this, even though it looks like you're working really hard? This is actually 45, 50 hours of work. And it pays you 7 to 10 grand a week. John, did the deposits suck? I'm wondering. You sure, bud? Because I'm just wondering. He actually paid 39 grand last month. But he works, guys. This is not difficult. We're making this something it should not be. Maybe because we've never done it before. Maybe we've got a fake company that doesn't even think like this, right? Yeah. It's okay. I want to correct it. I want to help correct it for you. Whether you ever do this or not, it's not going to impact my life one day. I really would like it to impact yours, though. Because all the other jobs or whatever you have, it's confusion. It's just mass hysteria, right? All it is a bunch of stuff. Like when I was in mortgages, Brittany, and I did mortgages. I probably did 2 MLMs. I was a fake realtor because I did investment real estate, which means I was a wholesaler, which means you make no money. By the way, anyone who thinks they're wholesaling is making no money. So that means that you get a house under contract and try to flip it to someone with money, and they never buy from you because they know you're broke. So you have no money as a wholesaler. Okay, I was renting properties from my rich friends who had properties, who were real buyers, and I would wreck their properties. That's 5 jobs, and then I did credit repair, and I mean, like I could literally tell you. And I walked around with a bag, and I had 7 business cards. You know how much money I was making? Couldn't pay my bills, I'll tell you that. But I was an entrepreneur. Entrepreneur. I was broke. Meaning like, I got something that actually works. And I'm running from it every day, Jack.
That's right.
Let's run from it. Let's work 11 appointments in a week. Now, some of y'all are really good. So if you want to work 11 appointments and you can write 5 grand, I'm not mad at you if that's the life you want. But for me, why would you do that?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Look at all these hours you got. What are you doing with the rest of your time? because the thing about this business, it'll catch up to you because there are chargebacks in this business. And all this money's advanced. So if you're not dominating your advancements, you're slowly getting eaten alive. Make sense, Nick? I mean, like, so why would we do that? Right? So the question is, and again, Monday we have the bullpen session. Thursday we don't have a training. So the population here decimates because there's nothing to be accountable. You're accountable to yourself. Do you make as much money at home as you do at the office? Yes or no?
No.
Does anyone here make as much money at home as they do at the office? Anybody? It's ludicrous. And everyone knows it, Maria. They all know it, Carlos. Why are they doing it? I should write. We should create a documentary on the psychology of this. We have a documentary on the psychology of the sale. We should create a documentary on the psychology of the no sale. It just confuses me on why people are afraid to attack. Shanae, for you, what do you think it is? Because you're actually here at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
So what do you think it is?
Mine is a lack of not enough leads,
Okay.
and also we having to leave early to get my daughter.
Okay, we talked about that before. Now, we also talked about a system you put in place. How long ago was that?
2 weeks ago.
No, it was not 2 weeks ago.
It was a
That's
week
true.
ago.
No, it was definitely not a week ago. It was
Yes,
about
it
4 or
was.
5 weeks ago.
No.
Guys, who was in the bullpen when we did that?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the other one that we had.
When you and I met personally, that was 4 weeks ago.
That was okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be quiet.
Anything in place since? And let's say it was a week ago. Anything in place? Any calls made?
Yes, sir.
What? I'm listening.
Oh, for real?
Yes, for real. I'm trying to help you make money. I'm tired. I'm more tired than you. Let's go.
Get her up there.
Hey, come on up, Shanae. Come on up.
One way to improve your business is taking control.
There we go. Okay. So look at the camera because we got the whole world streaming in. Seriously, this is Shanae. Shanae comes in every single week. She's trying to get better.
That's right.
So let's talk about it. What is holding you back right now from $10,000 a week? How many appointments do you run on average a week?
Maybe about 10.
Okay. Why?
It was because I did not have a sitter. And then also, sometimes, even though I am here early, I don't take advantage of the whole time that I am here.
What are you doing if you're not taking advantage of it?
So I'm creating excuses in my head. If there is a chargeback or if a client wants to call me, then I kind of get off track. And then it takes me a little while to get back on.
Okay. Hey, Brett, come on back up. Give Brett another round of applause. Okay, so, Brett, Hall of Fame producer. You didn't make the Hall of Fame this year. You made it last year. Do you remember why you made the Hall of Fame last year?
I was focused. I was doing nothing but
Slow down, champ. Remember, there was a certain point of the year where you weren't where you wanted to be and you turned the gasoline on. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and I told you about that, right?
Break that down for us. What is the difference between, first of all, what
I was
time?
100,000 behind
Okay.
in October.
Okay. And what you turned that gas on? What did that look like? What did that feel like when you hit it?
It felt really good. I was happy. Because I knew everything leading up to that. I knew I would get there, but I had a couple barriers because I started getting mentally like, oh no, maybe I'm not going to make it. In October, because I still had 100,000 to write and 100,000 in 2 months, and then you have the holidays, right, where they say you don't write any business during the holidays because people are broke.
Right.
But I've always had my best months in November and December, year after year. So
what did you do to turn that switch on? Because right now we got a room full of people that see the opportunity. They want this, but there's a switch that is not going on. And you did it. What was it?
Yeah, you need to hold yourself accountable. For me, I went on a national podcast that has 12,000 views on it now on YouTube. And I said, I'm going to make the Hall of Fame. And if I don't, terminate my contract.
I like it though.
With Andrew.
Right.
And so I was and I knew actually the people that have really helped me in this business, they were really counting on me to hit my goals because they knew I could. So it was more like, I've let myself down probably many times, but it was more, I didn't want to let those other people down that believed in me. So the people like Mark, right, really, really, we believe in you guys, right? So it's like, sometimes you don't even do it for you.
Right.
You do it like for other people, you have to keep your word to yourself. So that's what it meant to me, is just keeping my word.
Now, you work with Shanae directly, correct?
Yes.
What do you think Shanae can do? What switch is that? What's the switch for Shanae to get to 20,000 a month, every month?
Well, I always tell Shanae a couple things. And just today I said, she's too nice. She's way too nice. And she's like, well, that's just who I am. And I'm like, no, you're not. You're actually not that nice. And you're from Jersey. And the people that she's calling are just like Shanae. And I'm like, you can book these appointments. It's just, she doesn't have, I love her and she's very talented. She does not have enough confidence in herself. And yeah, she's right. It's the activity. I think just before you were calling the carriers about a chargeback when she should have been dialing. I wasn't doing much better. I was on Instagram taking videos, but
All right, go ahead.
I think it's the confidence. And I think once you start to hit your stride, guys, a little bit, do it one time. So I think once Shanae hits that 5K a week consistently, which I know she's hit 5K in a week before, but once you start to do it a little bit more consistently and then turn it up a notch, now guess what? Shanae's doing 7,000 a week,
Correct.
10,000 a week.
Correct.
And it's a thing that it becomes like second nature
That's perfect. All right, give Brittany
because you've
another round.
experienced that.
Thank you. No, thank you, Brittany, for that. Now, here's what I know in this business. Everything I've ever done in this business, at first I was terrible at it. Right? Terrible. And there's a bunch of things right now that I'm terrible at. Awful. And some of it I've given to someone else. I'm like, I'm never going to be good at this. I have no energy for this. I'm not going to do this here. Right? But would you agree that activity equals confidence?
Yes.
Okay. How many dials would you say you're doing on a Monday?
About 150.
You sure?
Yes.
With all the breaks and all the charge.
My tracker, yes.
Your tracker,
Yes.
150. Can we double this?
Yes.
Okay. These are commitments and they're recorded, so we can't run from them because they're forever now.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that your 150 we could turn into 300, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Guess what happens when we turn this into 300? Now, the very idea of doubling this on a dial day for you does a lot of things. Number one, you can no longer have those distractions. Because now you have to double your activity. Number two, guess what's going to go up? What?
My commission.
Yeah, you got that. But your appointment counts, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Your appointment counts are going to go up,
Okay.
which is going to raise your commissions, which is going to address your what's your situation at the house?
Sitter.
Child care issue.
Mhm.
And you said you didn't have enough leads, correct?
Yeah.
And will you be afraid to buy leads?
No.
You understand how this works, guys? It all starts with activity. And when we can get this room to understand, nothing's going to be better than everyone showing up on a Monday, high-fiving because they just made 6 G's.
That's right.
That's what needs to be rolling through here. Freaking bank accounts getting fat. And what happens, the weakest person here becomes the most confident because they're only around confidence. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And everything we just talked about, childcare, starts with commissions, okay? Childcare, leads, all of these issues. They're all issues when you're broke. They're all issues when you're also broke-minded. We got to change it. But the good news, you don't need any money to change it. So the very thing that you're kind of saying is your problem. These right now are your problems. I'm telling you, these are going to be your solutions. But it starts here. And you'll be able to dictate to these like you're not doing now. How much better, Nick, is it to dictate to your problems than your problems dictating to you?
Very,
Very, very, much more, much better, correct?
absolutely.
Like, so can we do this?
Yeah.
Couldn't we do this? Right?
Mhm.
So no more, 150 is not gonna work. So now, attention span goes up, focus goes up, clarity goes up.
And we had a goal for Shanae this week, and after she hits her goal, I said, Shanae, what's the first thing you're gonna do? Buy
Buy
leads.
leads.
Buy leads.
Okay, cool. So you're not leaving after this bullpen, go buy a phantom lunch. What you're gonna do,
Mark, can I go back to that whole lunch thing,
I
guys?
brought
Like, that is killing me,
come on,
okay? Lunch, you should not be going off campus to get lunch.
crazy
You
talk.
need to bring your lunch here or DoorDash it, Uber Eats, all of those things. They have delivery.
Right?
That is it's killing an hour to 2 hours.
2
of your
hours, not
time.
an hour. This is not Home Depot. I mean, like, it's 2 hours,
And
because they're independent, and they deserve a 2-hour lunch. Why not?
what if Mark said, guys, so this 5,000 on Tuesday, 5,000 on Wednesday, what if Mark tells you that that money is made between 8 and 12,
It's true.
and you could be gone by 2 or 3,
Ooh.
instead of toiling here,
Mhm.
pretending to work until 6?
Which
Or
is
maybe
fast.
you're really working.
You totally can get it done between 8 and 12.
This, you're missing sometimes, guys, the golden hour, because telemarketers, which we're not, but they don't call at 8 o'clock. Some people get on the phones. I think Steve gets on the phones at 7:15, 7:30. If you're really crazy, call them at 7. But what I'm saying though, we're not telemarketers, so those telemarketing rules don't apply. Call them, text them, call them from another number. Sideline, call them from another number. How many people are doing that? I know you are. So there's a lot. Can I have the ones that aren't? Sorry. I mean, okay, so I know you're new. Do you have another, like an app that you can download to dial? Sideline, I think that Jonathan $1 Million Porcino was the one that gave that to Nick. Sideline,
Okay,
It's-
tone is good too.
can you change your number every day on Talkatone?
Every month you can.
Okay, this actually, guys, is money. $9.99. Laura, we downloaded it the other day, right?
Yeah.
$9.99 a month after the free trial, which might be a week. You
Nice.
can change your number every day.
Nice.
So for me, I'm in 3 different states, or I'm in a bunch of counties. I can literally change my number from North Jersey to South Jersey back to Philly.
Beautiful.
In every single day. So I would use this. So you guys need to send them text messages. If you don't have a good text message script, I can send you one. But there's a lot of people these days, like how many people get calls from a number they don't know and you send it straight to voicemail? And they call you again and you don't answer to voicemail. I do it all the time. And then, if it's a client or something, they text you, hey, Brittany, you came up, call them right back, right? Okay, this is important. I know what's going on. But you're going to have to hit them from multiple angles, not just one number. And then if you guys are calling them and you get their voicemail right away, they've blocked you. They've blocked your number. So you just, I think this thing is really key. Getting here at 8, the office is open at 8 for a reason. I saw Mark working out this morning, and I don't think he wants to get here at 8 just for no reason. He's already made his money,
Here by 8 or on the phone by 8?
On the phone.
on the phone by 8.
We're open at 7:30 on Monday. So, I mean, you can get in as early as 7:30 on a Monday.
So let's take advantage, guys, of Mondays. Monday should be your power day.
Yeah.
And Sunday is really Monday. You set up everything, print out your leads. So when you get here, you're good to go.
Great. Yes, Talkatone, you can change it anytime.
Oh, you can?
And
Okay.
it's
What's
free.
the cost of that? Oh, okay.
It's free.
Talkatone?
Yes.
Yeah. I would download that. Yes, sir.
Office open at 7:30 on Thursdays also?
I think we're at 7:50.
7:50.
Okay, Thursday. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We'll open at 7:30 on Thursday. We don't get the traffic on Thursday we do on Monday, which is ludicrous. Weekends are where I made all my money.
Yeah.
I was never confused like how important the weekend was. Some people think it's like, I'm gonna work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm like, that's weird. But again, everybody wants to be financially stable. Everybody wants to be financially free. Saturday is a gold mine.
Gold mine.
Sunday is a gold mine, but
Gold.
it is. I'm struggling with the 7 days. Like we could do 6, we could do 5.5 and win. You know, and if you need the money, I was talking to Aaron, I was like, dude, do you need the money? He goes, I'm not, do you have a debt situation? No, I don't. Okay, cool, then just take Sundays off. What night do you want? Friday or Saturday? Saturday. Then it bleeds into Sunday. Okay, cool. Saturday night, Sunday, off. Cool. But everybody's situation is different. When I started, I needed the money. It was just, my deficit was way too deep. And I could not, so I did work Sundays, lots of them, and they were great. No one's on the roads, everyone's calm and chill.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I mean, like, I remember I was watching football this weekend, and I remember being in the house in Teaneck on a Saturday when the playoff games were on, and not caring. And I was always a football playoff guy.
Well, you had nothing to worry about because Miami was never the player.
Well, yeah, I get it, true. But at the same time, I couldn't care though.
Mm-hmm.
I literally had no way to care. I needed the money. So it didn't matter what was going on. I needed the money. You know what I mean? So thank you. Shanae, can we do this? I know you ran off the stage, but Shanae, can we get this done?
Yes. Yes.
Now, Joe, you think this would be something that you could use?
Yeah, absolutely.
Brian, how about you? Right? And your name again is Ed. Do you think it's something you can use?
For sure.
How old are you, Ed? 23. I mean, y'all some young guys. There's a lot of young guys making some serious money with us. Y'all know Easton Patton? Okay, Easton Patton lives out in Colorado. Did $100,000 last month. He's probably 24. I'm just saying, like, all they do is dial the phones and go see family. It's not that deep. We really have to. This is not hard work, guys. The alternative is harder.
Mm-hmm.
Faking a business entrepreneur is harder. It's harder. I'm just saying, like, I'm a fake entrepreneur. That's actually harder, Alexa, than to come in here and dial the phones and make real money. I tell you, I did both. So by the time I got to a real opportunity like this, Monday and Thursday was a real easy concept. That just made sense. Yeah. Dialing the phones just made sense. And I was dialing until I was done. So I think that for the people in here that are doing that, you're seeing the result. Why would you do anything else? And it'll change this whole side of the room. It'll change this whole side of the room. And anyone else who's struggling in here. Make sense? Y'all deserve it. I would not be doing this and keep doing the same thing and hope to make $2,000. That's a different business model. It's not family first life. You know what I'm saying? Where you hope the clients will buy. That's like not our business model. You're not going into houses hoping they're going to buy it, right? You pretty much know your percentages.
Mm-hmm.
You know, every week you're going to close 60, 65, 70% of the sales. I'm not hoping. I know the numbers. It's like baseball for me. I know the numbers. Make sense? You should know your batting average. All right. So what I'd like to do is I want to bring up Laura Giordano. Can you come up, please? I want to bring you up. You're fairly new, and you're here, and you're dialing the phones. So I want you to speak about your experience as a newer person when it comes to dialing the phones, handling objections. How's that going?
Well, I'm not new to the phones, but I am definitely new to the phones in this industry.
Fair enough.
So to prepare for it, I did a lot of webinars, podcasts, listened to the live dials, and really tried to pay attention. I sat with Steve, down in his office.
Yeah.
And of course, I was nervous, because I'm like, I don't know, what I'm going to get on the other side of the phone. But I figured, you know what, it can't be that much different than other industries. So I'm doing it. And what I am doing is I am preparing on Sunday. I get the leads, I have them all set up. I have everything ready. And I am coming in from Long Island. So I have to get a lot of things ready Sunday night. I get up at 3 on Monday morning, travel here.
Okay.
And,
But wait, before you finish. How old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
64.
First off, round of applause. Obviously, the bloodline makes no excuses. So, but just like, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make a transition. The same thing Steve said to me day one. Steve says to me, I was working X amount of hours to make X amount of dollars. If I think that I'm going to go from this to $400,000 or $500,000 in a year and it's the same hours, that's silly. Now, how often do you get up at 3 in the morning?
I get up at
In general,
3.
in life, before this?
Never.
Never?
3. No. 435.
Okay, so adjustment made. Can you tell me why you made that adjustment?
I want to reinvent myself at 64 years old.
Oh,
But then you go, it's too late. No, one, it's never too late. Number two, why don't you just make the, how hard is it to get up at 3:30?
It's not easy.
It's hard.
Very hard.
It's hard. Like, I hate the 3 in front of the clock when I wake up.
In the winter.
Literally hate. But 4 I can deal with. You give me a 400, I'm gonna have a good day. You give me a 3, I'm miserable. It's hard,
It's very hard.
right?
It's very hard.
But dude, she's making an adjustment. It's real life. You have to make adjustments when you're trying to get better on a curve. Ah,
Well, they say if you keep doing the same thing over and over and expect the same results,
it's
that's
the definition of
insanity.
thank you.
So I had to shake things up, make adjustments. I could be sitting in my house doing calls, and I am very disciplined because I've worked from home for many years, different, jobs that I've had. But in speaking with Steve and understanding, being around the successful people, I wanted to be here to hear how everyone handles the objections on the phone. I wanted to be here for the training, for the bullpen.
Right.
I want to be around you. I wanted to, get a feel, be part of a team. So to me, that adjustment is well worth it because this is just my 3rd Monday, and I can't tell you how much I feel I've learned.
How much better, right?
Yes, and I mean, I am struggling on the phone, and because I feel like I'm not getting a lot of people to answer the phone. So I'm trying to find the different ways. We did the sideline. I'm doing the *6-7,
Yeah,
going
okay,
back and, doing the best that I
But dude,
can.
just learning, making mistakes, moving fast and breaking things.
Yeah.
And then I promise, here's what I promise. I promise. I don't know what your schedule is yet, but I know her numbers are going to be, she's going to have very good numbers. I'm sorry. It's just because the activity. Because the only thing she's saying right now is activity. Bull in the China shop, breaking glass, activity. I'd rather you break the whole China shop. We'll fix it later. But there's activity. There's just no way to beat activity. I don't care how talented you are. Activity wins. Period. This is you're so reminiscent of your son. This is wonderful for me. Like I'm living this I'm reliving it because I'm talking to Steve every day in the beginning. It's just like, but you're obviously I can tell you're talking to him a lot. He's giving, but this makes sense to me.
And this has been part of my life, the way I've handled other things in the past, working
Makes
from
sense.
home with the kid, working
Yeah.
with the kids, always have to adjust to what's going on
But
in
it's
your
so
life.
easy at your age to go, one, I don't want to reinvent myself. 2, I'm tired. 3, blah, 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 blah. She's got less excuses than some 20-year-olds in here. 30-year-olds. You're screwed. Hey, when she starts doing 10 grand a week, you're all screwed.
or what time do you go to bed?
What's that?
What time do you go to bed?
Well, on Sunday nights, I try to get in bed between 9 and 10, but last night, for some reason, I didn't get in until after 11, and I felt it this morning. But it's okay, because I'm
You're a beast.
excited.
That's why.
I'm excited. I just get myself going, get the shower, get fresh, and as soon as you walk out that door, it's freezing, so that would chill, But, and it's a little scary. It's dark in the morning, and like where I park, I'm in the woods, and I'm like, I'm gonna meet a deer one of these mornings, but it's been okay.
You know what? Give her a huge. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hey, for the sake of time, we're gonna wrap this thing. But here's the deal, dude. This is not deep. Please, just do the activity. Start challenging yourself. Like whenever I was terrible at something, or the phones, or I was terrible at final expense, or I was terrible at home, I just did more of it because I knew that this payday would come. So for everyone in here, please just start doing the activity. Stop running out of the office. Stop running in late. You owe it to yourselves. Why are you doing this to yourself? I'm just saying. So game times now. Appreciate you guys. Let's make it a big dial afternoon. God bless.
Thank you.
Thank you.